Welcome back, everyone. Today I'm going to show you how to make this. This is a wind surfboard, and you can find everything you need to make this in this video. Well, you can't find everything. Okay, you can find the instructions you need. I kind of go through a step-to-step tutorial on how to make this, and I'll even make a video on how to use it, so look out for that. The first thing you're going to need is, well, the pen and probably 2 or 3 feet of ink, just to be sure. And then I got this Velcro strip. This is for like cords, so it goes in and whatever. And then I got some twine, and I just kind of tied it up in this hole and sewed it so that it would be more strong. It would be stronger so that it can't come undone. Then you're probably going to want a piece of paper and a pencil, of course, and I kind of drew out, put it this direction, I drew out what shape I wanted for this surfboard, which is kind of like this, a surfboard shape, of course, and then that way I can take the ink and I can fill it in. Alright, so we're just going to kind of go around it, following the little sketch mark I did with the pencil. So I'm going as fast as I can. That's no good. And it does come off the paper quite easily, usually, as you can see without taking the ink off, though. I'm going to get a pencil, kind of darken that line up. That way I see it's there, and I don't put the ink somewhere else. Let's try that again. Pull that little bit out. We're going to start right here. I'm going to try and always be behind it. Now, this is not going to be perfect, but okay. So, shoot. I'm going to get, where did it go? Right here. I'm going to get this brick separator. And that didn't work. I'm just had to redo this. Figured that would cut it. I don't know why. We'll try this again. I think I'm going to go this direction this time. But just kind of get your shape. The outline of it. We'll fill it in a minute. And we'll see how good this turns out. Hopefully it turns out pretty good. I've made 3 of these before, I think, and I definitely made some mistakes. So I'm gonna switch this to slow speed, kind of fill in the spot there, kind of use my finger to flatten it out. There's a spot here. Just want to kind of make sure it's all straight. Right here is very thin, so I'm just going to kind of reinforce it there. Right there, it just broke, so I'll add some more. There we go. So now let's switch it back to fast, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a line, like right there, and then we'll fill this in, and then I'll show you how I'll do the other part, which I did for one of mine, and it turned out really good. There we go. So now just fill it in. However way, I'm going to do it lines like this. Probably would be the best bet. Now I'll just keep going back and forth until it's finally filled in like that. And then I'm going to kind of get my finger, kind of flatten it out. And now to fill it in, I'm going to start here. I'm going to kind of go around, kind of in a curved line, just like, kind of like this. Not kind of, like this. I'm just going to go back, and I'm just going to do this until I finish. Alright. So there we go. It's all, well, semi-done. Where I'm going to switch to a lower setting, not a lower setting, a slower, so it comes out slower. And I'm just going to kind of look from above, and I'm going to kind of fill in any cracks, if it will come out, of course. So do that, and I'll catch you all back here. Alright, there we go. It is all done. Press the back button on my pen on accident. There we go, it's coming out again. Whoop. So, the main base of this is done. This is what it's going to be like, and a way to judge, I forgot to say this at the beginning, to see how big it is, you can see here's what it was before. If you want to know how big to make it, you can put your fingers kind of like this on the paper or wherever, and you can say, okay, let's make the tip there. Let's kind of make it this far away or so from each finger. Do that on the back. And of course you can switch hands and say, you can have it be curved like that, or of course you can have it go back, go in, and out. It depends upon what kind you like. Maybe you want it differently. I don't know. I don't think it makes a difference. It probably doesn't. And I think a big question I had is this heavy enough? And yes, actually it is. It's actually, I made one of these as a test replica or whatever, and it was just barely not. So I think with this, it should be. I'm not sure. I haven't tested it. But when I use this one, I'll show y'all for sure. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna take this, and I'm gonna put my fingers like this. And I'm just gonna I'm gonna put one of my fingers on the strand, because this strand is way too long. I don't want it to be like that. Then I'm gonna, put the Velcro on your finger, if you've done that. If not, you should probably go do that now. I'm going to put a Velcro on whichever finger I'm going to have in front, is how I do it. Originally, it would be this finger, but it's facing the opposite direction, so. But I'm going to put it like that. Put it down like this, you go. As you can see. And now I'm going to take it. You do want some slack in the line, so you don't want it to be like that. So I'm going to take it there, probably about that much. So now let's put this finger there, take the Velcro off. How long is that? That's about the length of a finger, of my index finger here. So do about a little longer, like your index finger, and then put your thumb sideways, and then cut there. And boom. So now this strand, this cotton twine, you can get rid of. And we're actually going to set this aside for now. We'll get back to it in a minute. What we're going to do is we're going to take our pen, and we're going to let's put like a small, it's got to warm back up. But you're going to put a little, like a little base. Not really a base, but what you're going to put the strand into, but we gotta wait for my pen to warm back up because it went to sleep. Sometimes it going to sleep is a little annoying. 92, 3, 4, 5, 6. There we go. So we're gonna put little base here. There we go, just like that. That much is all that's needed. I'm just gonna kind of push the cotton, the twine, onto it. And I'm gonna kind of hold it, put one finger here, and I'm gonna put some over it. And then kind of, it is hot, so be careful. But I'm just gonna squeeze it with my fingers, and right here, this little bit did not attach. So I'm just gonna cut that off. Oops. Let's see. There we go. So I'm just gonna add a little bit. Come out. There we go. A little bit more. Right there, just to make sure it's secure. And now let's bring that back. There it is. We have your twine, and this twine is gonna go upright. You know, it could go flat like that, but turn it upright. Can you see that? Flat, upright. You can kind of see that. It's very blurry for some reason. It's clean. I don't know. But upright. So what you're gonna do is I'm gonna say the length of a knuckle. This is my index finger again. Let's put a little bit there. Just put a line, the length of your index finger, so. And then put, oops, there we go. Just kind of shove it in there. This is going to be the fin. That's what this is going to be. So let's just kind of reinforce this. Let's go up, up. I'm going to kind of build on my finger. Yes, it is hot. Whoa, that was hot. What I'm going to do, now what I'm going to do, is I'm going to put a little bit of strand here, and I'm just going to kind of slowly go up. That did not work out how I intended it to. I expected it to have like a diagonal. Let's see. Can I put this? You guys can't really see what's going on, of course. Like that. There we go. So now, let's add some right there. And let's see, let's do it. There we go. Now y'all can see. I'm just gonna kind of build up, but you want it to be angled from this side, so you can see I'm kind of angling it. I'm gonna add some more in that corner. I'm just gonna squeeze it. This is the worst fin I've made. I'm just gonna throw that out there, so see if you can make a better one. There we go. In my opinion, I think, cut that off, it's kind of short. Fill in that hole. So let's make this a wee little taller. By using, again, I'm gonna build right onto my finger. And boom. You can use scissors or whatnot and cut those little strands that show up. Cut them off. But you can also use the pen and melt them off. So let's kind of build up to that. Ouch. Whew, that's hot. There we go. This is really bad. I'm just going to kind of fill in some holes now. There we go. This side looks good. Now I'm going to flip it around. Because as you can see, once I turn it, you can see the string. And we don't want to see the string. So let's kind of cover that up. There we go. Cover it up good. And then this, see how it's kind of a drop off at the end there? Let's fix that. So I'm just gonna fix it so it's more pointed. If you guys want to show me, well, okay, if you want me to show you, you guys show me how to do some tricks. I know how to do like one trick. Some efficient ways to do some tricks on here. Tell me in the comments and I'll do it. And if there's anything y'all want me to make, you can put it in the comments. I have some things that I want to make that I will, but if you guys have something you want me to do, go ahead, put it down there, and I'll look at it, and we'll see. And if you want to put your name, I'm going to turn it like this. Well, you can put it whatever you want, but you can kind of put your name. I would suggest getting a pencil, write it, say, okay, that looks good, and then using ink. And I would, of course, use a different color ink. So now, this came with a tool, but I lost it, so I'm just using this brick separator to get it up off the paper. And yes, there probably will be some paper residue on here, as you can see. And yes, there's lots of holes that I can see. It's a bit better for me to see, but you can go back through, fill them up. I'll probably do that later off camera without you guys, but this is how you make a wind surfboard, and you're just gonna kind of do it like this. Gotta put my finger under it. You do that, but you gotta kind of have it, let's see, like this. I'll show you. So this is flat, right? You want it kind of angled, so the wind is going like this instead of like this. You want it to kind of pick it up so it doesn't hit the wind and go backwards. That way it can stay on your fingers. And if you make this, you can practice, you know, get good, do some tricks. I did this on the interstate, and that was a lot of wind, and it worked out pretty good. But I think that's it. So here's your finished product. I hope you guys are proud of it. I'm pretty proud of it. If y'all want to see me do, again, if you want to see me do what you want, put it down in the comments, and I'll see if I can make it. I'm not the best. I'm not talented. Okay, I'm talented, but I haven't done this enough to do some things, of course. But here it is, your wind surfboard. I think it looks great. I'm sure you guys's looks good too. And I will see y'all next time. Goodbye.